Welcome back to the channel Coins. Today we are going deep into one of the most exciting discoveries in the world of rare Lincoln penny coins, a world where an ordinary looking cent can suddenly change your entire day, your entire life, and even the entire way you look at small copper coins hiding inside your drawer or your pocket. Today's focus is a coin that collectors around the world keep searching for non-stop because one single piece can be worth a fortune, and that is the extremely rare 1964 Lincoln penny, a coin that continues to rise in value in today's current market and surprise collectors with unbelievable auction results. Many people look at older pennies thinking they are all common, but the truth is far more interesting because even in years where millions of coins were minted, a few rare varieties, mint errors, and unique conditions can turn a simple penny into a treasure worth thousands of dollars, and in some rare cases even more than $78,000 or higher depending on grade, error, and overall historical interest. This coin, the 1964 penny, comes from a time when the United States Mint was under pressure because of a national coin shortage. Factories were rushing, machines were pushed to their limit, dies were used much longer than normal, and quality control was nowhere near as strict as it is today. Because of this intense pressure, many strange mint errors were created without anyone realizing, making these pennies some of the most overlooked rare coins in American coinage. A penny that people held every day without thinking twice suddenly became the center of attention decades later. Collectors today are hunting for coins from this year with double dies, die breaks, repunched mint marks, off-center strikes, broad strikes, clipped planchets, and coins struck on the wrong metal planchets. These errors are the reason some 1964 pennies can reach extremely high current market values, sometimes even surprising professional graders when the hammer falls at auctions. The current market is hungry for rare pennies, and prices continue rising, especially for high-grade examples with brilliant luster, strong strikes, and nearly flawless surfaces. Even pennies that look old but contain a dramatic error can jump from pocket change value to hundreds or even thousands of dollars instantly. Some examples have sold for values like $787.97649 or more depending on the demand and grade at the moment of sale. Every collector knows that the smallest details can make the biggest difference. A tiny doubling on the date, a small break on the die, a slight shift creating a raised line across Lincoln's portrait, or a mint mark punched more than once can completely transform the value of the coin. The 1964 penny also holds a deep history. It represents the final years before the U.S. Mint removed silver from coins, a period full of tension, rushed production, and a national fear of running out of coins. Because of this, the Mint produced more pennies in 1964 than almost any other time, yet even within this huge production, the prices of rare error pieces continue climbing as collectors around the world compete to find the best examples. Another reason these coins are so popular is because many rare pennies remain hidden in jars, storage boxes, inherited collections, and even pocket change. People today are discovering treasures they never knew they had. Many stories have surfaced of people taking their old coins for grading and walking away shocked when they learn their small copper cent is worth more money than they imagined. That is why searching for rare coins has become a growing trend, almost like modern treasure hunting, with the 1964 penny becoming one of the biggest stars of this hobby. If you have a 1964 penny at home, it is important to check it carefully. Look at the date under a good light, examine the mint mark, check the rim, edges, and the overall strike. Look for doubling, cracks, chips, unusual thickness, missing areas, and anything that looks different from a normal penny. Many valuable pennies look ordinary at first glance but reveal treasure when examined closely. The key is patience and curiosity. The more people search, the more attention this coin gets, and the higher the value goes in the current market. Serious collectors pay high amounts for coins graded MS-65 and above, and even circulated coins with strong errors can reach premium prices. This coin has taken a permanent place in coin collecting history, and its rising value proves that the market continues to evolve. Today collectors, investors, and enthusiasts watch the 1964 penny like gold, because its value changes with demand, rarity, and the discovery of previously unknown errors. Each new discovery increases excitement and keeps this coin alive in the spotlight. If you are watching this video right now, you might be sitting on a valuable treasure without even knowing it. That is the magic of rare coins. Something that seems small and simple can suddenly reveal a history of minting, a story of mistakes, pressure, and luck, all captured in a tiny copper circle. And in today's world where everything changes fast, the value of rare pennies continues to move upward, especially coins with proven rarity and strong grading results. So keep searching your coins, check your pennies carefully, and never underestimate the power of a small rare coin. The 1964 D penny remains one of the most exciting coins in the market today, and its rising price shows no sign of slowing down. Stay connected, stay curious, and always keep an eye on your change, because the next valuable coin might be sitting right in your hand. Thanks for watching Coins, and keep hunting for hidden treasures that could change your day with just one amazing discovery. Today's we are dividing deep into rare Lincoln penny coins. The market collectors are pushing the value of rare 1978 D varieties to levels nobody predicted. Some high-grade examples certified by top grading companies have reached astonishing amounts, with unbelievable numbers such as $787,976.48 being discussed in private collecting circles for ultra-rare error combinations. These are not everyday coins, but they do prove one thing. Even the simplest-looking penny can become a valuable asset when the right error, the right condition and the right buyer meet at the perfect moment. The energy in the coin market is fierce because collectors know that history does not repeat itself. Once the supply of rare error coins dries up, prices may soar even further. People often ask why anyone would pay such high figures for a penny. The answer lies in rarity. A coin that exists in millions holds minimal value, but a coin with a minting mistake that appears only once or twice becomes a piece of national history. Imagine owning a coin that survived the minting process with a unique flaw and then survived decades in circulation without being damaged. That combination alone makes collectors eager to compete for ownership. Some collectors actively search through bank rolls and old family collections, hoping to catch the lucky moment when they find a rare 1978 D-era penny. They know that one lucky find can change their financial picture instantly. One of the most exciting things about rare pennies is the thrill of discovery. You never know which coin in your pocket might turn out to be a hidden gem. Many collectors report discovering rare errors only after carefully examining their old coins under magnification. The design of the Lincoln penny, with its lettering, date, mint mark and portrait of Abraham Lincoln, offers many opportunities for doubling, die cracks, extra metal or misaligned details. Every tiny difference matters. Some 1978 D pennies exhibit sharp doubling on the date, others show die breaks near the Lincoln bust, and a few extremely rare examples reveal dramatic misstrikes that completely change the appearance of the coin. These are the types of coins that drive auction prices into the thousands or even beyond. What makes the 1978 D penny especially interesting is the rising global interest in copper-based coins. As modern pennies are now made of zinc, pure copper pennies from earlier decades are gaining popularity among investors who believe these coins represent long-term value. The weight, feel and appearance of copper coins give them a premium look that modern coins lack. Combined with the rising interest in American numismatic history, the 1978 D penny has entered a golden age of demand. Collectors who once ignored pennies are now watching auction results closely, studying every detail and every variety. The coin market is full of surprises, and the 1978 D penny is one of those surprises that catches new collectors off guard. They see a penny and assume it holds no value, but then they learn about record-breaking sales and suddenly their curiosity grows. People begin checking their pockets, old jars and family albums. They start searching online for information, and the excitement builds because everyone loves the idea of discovering treasure in everyday life. The thrill of possibly finding a rare coin fuels interest across the world. The history of the Lincoln penny itself adds emotional weight to this coin. The portrait of Abraham Lincoln has been on the penny for more than a century, making it one of the longest-running coin designs in American history. Every penny carries the legacy of Lincoln, a figure symbolizing leadership, unity, and transformation. Owning a rare Lincoln penny is like holding a piece of American heritage. When collectors combine that emotional history with the rarity of an error variety, the value naturally rises. The modern coin market relies heavily on grading and authentication, and collectors love to chase high-grade specimens. A flawless 1978D penny with brilliant luster and no scratches can bring strong prices even without errors. But once an error is present, especially a significant one, the price multiplies. Some collectors even predict that future auctions may break current records as new discoveries continue to emerge. The journey of the 1978D penny from a 1-cent coin to a treasure worth hundreds, thousands, or even unimaginable figures shows how fascinating the world of coin collecting truly is. No one knows which rare coins are still out there waiting to be discovered. You might be the next person to find a valuable penny hidden in plain sight. Every day someone discovers a coin that changes their perspective on collecting forever. So keep your eyes open, examine your coins carefully and never underestimate the value of a small piece of metal. The rare 1978D Lincoln penny stands as a powerful reminder that history, rarity, and timing can transform an ordinary penny into an extraordinary fortune. The world of coins is full of surprises, and the next big discovery might be in your hands right now. Stay connected with the Coins channel for more deep stories, rare finds, market updates and inspiring discoveries that continue to redefine the value of the smallest yet most powerful pieces of currency ever made. Today we dive deep into one of those coins people often overlook, yet collectors are now hunting with excitement because new market results show shocking prices. The 1978D Lincoln penny, especially certain rare varieties, has suddenly caught the attention of collectors, and the current market is showing a rise in demand unlike anything seen in recent years. Many people still have these pennies lying around in old drawers or money jars without realizing that one specific version can be worth far more than its face value, reaching prices that surprise even experienced numismatists. The story of the 1978D penny begins in the Denver Mint, where millions of these coins were produced using copper alloy, just before the United States began shifting to zinc-based pennies in the early 1980s. Most 1978D pennies are common, but the rare ones are the coins struck with unusual minting issues, misaligned dies, doubled elements, or abnormal metal surfaces. Some of these mistakes are so subtle that only careful examination reveals the hidden treasure. Collectors love such coins because they show the journey of the minting process, capturing unexpected imperfections that happened at high speed inside giant machinery. These errors turn ordinary pennies into unique collectibles, each with its own personality and story. In today's market, coin collectors are pushing the value of rare 1978D varieties to levels nobody predicted. Some high-grade examples certified by top grading companies have reached astonishing amounts, with unbelievable numbers such as $787,976.48 being discussed in private collecting circles for ultra-rare error combinations. These are not everyday coins, but they do prove one thing. Even the simplest-looking penny can become a valuable asset when the right error, the right condition and the right buyer meet at the perfect moment. The energy in the coin market is fierce because collectors know that history does not repeat itself. Once the supply of rare error coins dries up, prices may soar even further. People often ask why anyone would pay such high figures for a penny. The answer lies in rarity. A coin that exists in millions holds minimal value, but a coin with a minting mistake that appears only once or twice becomes a piece of national history. Imagine owning a coin that survived the minting process with a unique flaw and then survived decades in circulation without being damaged. That combination alone makes collectors eager to compete for ownership. Some collectors actively search through bank rolls and old family collections, hoping to catch the lucky moment when they find a rare 1978D error penny. They know that one lucky find can change their financial picture instantly. One of the most exciting things about rare pennies is the thrill of discovery. You never know which coin in your pocket might turn out to be a hidden gem. Many collectors report discovering rare errors only after carefully examining their old coins under magnification. The design of the Lincoln penny, with its lettering, date, mint mark and portrait of Abraham Lincoln, offers many opportunities for doubling, die cracks, extra metal or misaligned details. Every tiny difference matters. Some 1978D pennies exhibit sharp doubling on the date, others show die breaks near the Lincoln bust, and a few extremely rare examples reveal dramatic misstrikes that completely change the appearance of the coin. These are the types of coins that drive auction prices into the thousands or even beyond. What makes the 1978 D penny especially interesting is the rising global interest in copper-based coins. As modern pennies are now made of zinc, pure copper pennies from earlier decades are gaining popularity among investors who believe these coins represent long-term value. The weight, feel and appearance of copper coins give them a premium look that modern coins lack. Combined with the rising interest in American numismatic history, the 1978 D penny has entered a golden age of demand. Collectors who once ignored pennies are now watching auction results closely, studying every detail and every variety. The coin market is full of surprises, and the 1978 D penny is one of those surprises that catches new collectors off guard. They see a penny and assume it holds no value, but then they learn about record-breaking sales and suddenly their curiosity grows. People begin checking their pockets, old jars and family albums. They start searching online for information, and the excitement builds because everyone loves the idea of discovering treasure in everyday life. The thrill of possibly finding a rare coin fuels interest across the world. The history of the Lincoln penny itself adds emotional weight to this coin. The portrait of Abraham Lincoln has been on the penny for more than a century, making it one of the longest-running coin designs in American history. Every penny carries the legacy of Lincoln, a figure symbolizing leadership, unity, and transformation. Owning a rare Lincoln penny is like holding a piece of American heritage. When collectors combine that emotional history with the rarity of an era variety, the value naturally rises. The modern coin market relies heavily on grading and authentication, and collectors love to chase high-grade specimens. A flawless 1978 D penny with brilliant luster and no scratches can bring strong prices even without errors. But once an error is present, especially a significant one, the price multiplies. Some collectors even predict that future auctions may break current records as new discoveries continue to emerge. The journey of the 1978 D penny from a 1-cent coin to a treasure worth hundreds, thousands, or even unimaginable figures shows how fascinating the world of coin collecting truly is. No one knows which rare coins are still out there waiting to be discovered. You might be the next person to find a valuable penny hidden in plain sight. Every day someone discovers a coin that changes their perspective on collecting forever. So keep your eyes open, examine your coins carefully and never underestimate the value of a small piece of metal. The rare 1978 D Lincoln penny stands as a powerful reminder that history, rarity, and timing can transform an ordinary penny into an extraordinary fortune. The world of coins is full of surprises and the next big discovery might be in your hands right now. Stay connected with the Coins channel for more deep stories, rare finds, market updates and inspiring discoveries that continue to redefine the value of the smallest yet most powerful pieces of currency ever made. Today we are diving deep into the world of rare Lincoln pennies, a world full of hidden treasures that many people walk past every single day without knowing the value sitting silently in their pockets, drawers or old family jars. This is the place where an ordinary-looking penny can suddenly transform into a small fortune, where numbers that seem small like 1 cent suddenly explode into hundreds, thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars because of tiny details that most people never notice. The Lincoln Penny series is one of the most collected coin series in the entire world and for good reason. It carries history, mystery, minting errors, metal variations, design changes and stories that stretch across more than a century. Collectors often say that Lincoln pennies are not just coins but miniature time capsules. Each year, each mint mark and each error tells a different story. And when we look closely, we find treasures that can shock even professional collectors. Today we are going to discuss the rare and surprising world of valuable Lincoln pennies that have been sold in auctions, some reaching astonishing amounts like hundreds of thousands of dollars, and we will especially explore the 1981 D penny, which many people have but do not realize how much potential value it can carry, especially in high grades, in certain errors and in certain conditions. Before 1982, pennies were made from a composition of 95% copper, and these older copper pennies, including the 1981 D, have become more interesting to collectors, especially as copper value changed over the years. But the real magic of the 1981 penny appears when we look at specific die varieties, doubling, minting issues, and high-grade examples that have shocked the market. Some 1981 pennies in extremely high-grade conditions have sold for hundreds and even thousands of dollars simply because they survived in perfect condition, untouched by wear, scratches or circulation damage. In coin collecting, condition is everything. A regular coin in poor condition might only be worth a cent, but that same coin in a pristine condition known as mint state can suddenly explode in value. Collectors also pay close attention to die varieties which occur when the mint uses a die that has some kind of issue like doubling or a misalignment. These can turn a normal penny into a high-value collectible. There have been examples of Lincoln pennies from different years selling for unbelievable amounts, such as rare double die pennies and rare transitional error pennies that sold for more than $78,000 and even more in some cases. When the coin market spots a rare variety, collectors rush passionately because they know that the combination of rarity, condition, and demand can push the value higher and higher. That is why Lincoln pennies have such a massive following in the coin world. The 1981 penny holds a very special place because it was one of the final years of the copper composition before the switch happened in 1982, where pennies became mostly zinc with a thin copper coating. This makes late copper years like 1981 especially interesting for collectors who want the end of an era. The value increases even more if the penny has a high grade or a rare feature. There are some 1981 pennies graded extremely high by professional grading services that once sold for impressive amounts, shocking even experienced coin dealers. And the best part is that millions of people still have 1981 pennies lying around without checking their condition or special details. That means many treasures are still hiding in plain sight. Some rare Lincoln pennies throughout history have sold for prices as high as over $787,000 depending on rarity, demand, condition, and historical importance. These are numbers that make collectors dream. Sometimes a coin that once bought a piece of candy decades ago suddenly becomes a life-changing discovery for someone who finds it in an old drawer or a coin roll. This is why coin collecting is not just a hobby but an adventure. Every coin is a clue. Every mint mark is a direction. Every tiny scratch or shine can completely shift the value. When we study the history of Lincoln pennies, we find that they began in 1909 with the iconic design showing Abraham Lincoln, making it the first American coin to feature a real person. Over the decades, the design evolved but the popularity never faded. Each year minted brings surprises. Some coins were minted in extremely low quantities, making them incredibly rare. Others have accidental mint errors that make them unique in the entire world. And since collectors love uniqueness, these unique errors become extremely valuable. The coin market is always active and always changing. Every year new discoveries are made. Sometimes a rare variety is found decades after the coins were minted because someone finally noticed a feature that nobody recognized before. That is the excitement of the Lincoln penny world. The 1981 penny is one of those coins worth checking carefully because it still appears in circulation. You might receive one in change without realizing that it could be a high-value collector item if its condition is perfect or if it contains a rare striking error. Collectors search for strong strikes, sharp details, clean surfaces, no scratches, no discoloration, and a glossy mint luster. A penny with all these features can reach impressive auction prices. And when a coin is extremely rare due to error or condition, bidders compete aggressively because rare coins never lose demand. Even in today's market, rare Lincoln pennies continue to rise in value, especially when certified by grading companies that authenticate and grade them with precise numerical standards. A higher grade often means higher money. The Lincoln penny market also thrives because new collectors join every year. People love collecting something simple, small and affordable at first but incredibly rewarding once they develop knowledge. This keeps demand alive and ensures that rare pennies continue gaining attention and value. Many rare pennies discovered today were originally found by ordinary people, not professional collectors. A simple magnifying glass, patience and curiosity can be enough to reveal a hidden treasure. The 1981 penny, when kept in mint state condition, especially in the highest grades, can be worth far more than face value. And if someone happens to find a rare error from that year, then the coin might become even more valuable. The combination of being from the final copper era, being older but still widely circulated, and having potential error varieties makes the 1981 D penny a coin worth studying deeply. People often underestimate the power of old copper pennies, but collectors know that copper-era pennies are becoming more desirable as time passes and fewer pristine examples remain. Collectors also pay attention to how certain coins have sold in the past. Auction records show us the potential. When we see pennies selling for tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands, like those rare cases reaching above $787,000, it reminds us that the coin in our pocket might have a story larger than we ever imagined. That is why searching for rare pennies is not only exciting but rewarding. You never know which penny will change your life. Coin collecting is a journey that teaches history, value, patience, and discovery. Every Lincoln penny from rare early years to modern copper-era coins carries something special. And as we explore, study and learn more, we uncover secrets hidden in these tiny copper pieces. The 1981 D penny stands as a symbol of transitional history in coin production and remains a fascinating target for collectors who want to find something valuable among everyday change. So keep searching, keep learning, keep collecting. The treasure might already be in your hands. And here on the Coins channel, we will continue guiding you through the rare world of valuable pennies, helping you discover coins worth far more than you can imagine, and showing you how an ordinary 1-cent coin can turn into extraordinary value. Today we are diving deep into a world that many collectors dream about, a world where a simple Lincoln penny hiding in your old drawer could turn into a life-changing discovery. This is not just any penny. This is the story of rare Lincoln cents, especially the mysterious 1981 penny, and how certain rare versions have shocked collectors with unbelievable market values. Stay with me until the end, because by the time you finish listening, you might rush to your pocket, your cupboard, your piggy bank, or even an old jar of coins your grandparents saved years ago. Many people look at a penny and think it is just a small copper coin worth almost nothing. But collectors know that a single detail, a tiny minting error, or a rare production variation can transform a normal penny into a high-value collectible. Some of these coins were ignored for years, only to appear at auctions later and sell for hundreds, thousands, and even more. Values move with collector demand, rarity, and condition, so a coin that is easily overlooked in poor lighting could be the very coin that serious collectors dream about. The 1981 penny holds a special place in American coin history because it was one of the final years before a major change in material. Until 1982, pennies were made mostly from copper. After that, the government switched to zinc with only a thin layer of copper on the outside. That means older coins carry more metal value and a different appearance that collectors appreciate. But what really makes the 1981 penny interesting is not just its age or its material. It is the fact that rare varieties, misstruck pieces, off-center strikes, double dies, and special mint-made mistakes can turn an ordinary coin into something extremely valuable. Imagine holding a penny that looks normal at first glance. But under a magnifying glass, the date shows slight doubling, or the letters show a shift, or the strike reveals an unusual texture. These are clues that separate ordinary coins from extraordinary ones. The marketplace for rare coins is always active, always shifting, and always rewarding those who take the time to look closely. Some collectors have sold rare pennies for amazing values, including surprising numbers like $787.97645 depending on the auction, condition, and demand. Yes, it sounds unbelievable, but rare coins can break expectations when two passionate collectors push the bidding higher and higher. The world of coin hunting is full of stories, from people discovering rare cents in pocket change to others finding valuable coins tucked inside old jars. Some collectors inherited rare pennies without even realizing it. Many of these coins stayed untouched for decades, waiting for the market to evolve. The excitement of searching, the thrill of discovering something that nobody noticed for years, and the possibility of holding a hidden treasure makes coin collecting feel like an adventure. When we talk about Lincoln pennies, we are talking about a series with more than a century of history. Throughout that long timeline, countless changes, upgrades, and minting variations occurred. Each change brings opportunities for rare discoveries. Missing letters, misaligned dies, wrong planchets, clipped planchets, off-metal strikes, broad strikes, and uncentered designs have all created coins that went on to become incredibly valuable. Collectors love uniqueness, and the rarer the error, the higher the demand. That is why a small detail on a penny can lead to big value. Every tiny imperfection becomes a piece of history stamped in metal. The 1981 penny stands right before a major material transition, making it more attractive to collectors who appreciate original copper coins. Some of the rare ones show doubling on Liberty or the date. Some have unusual mint luster, die cracks, or weak strikes that make them stand out. While not every 1981 penny is worth a fortune, finding the right combination of rarity, condition, and uniqueness can raise the value dramatically. That is why collectors always say never ignore any penny before checking it carefully. Another reason these coins become valuable is because the market for rare pennies has grown over time. New collectors join every year, auctions attract global buyers, and rare coins gain attention on social media. The more people talk about rare pennies, the more their value rises. So a coin once considered ordinary can suddenly become a highly desirable collectible due to increased interest. The value of a rare penny depends on curiosity, demand, and the excitement of discovering something extraordinary. Coins also carry stories. They travel through pockets, cities, lockers, highways, shops, and memories. A penny minted in 1981 has lived through decades of history, passing from hand to hand. Some were saved and protected. Others were lost and later found. A rare penny becomes more than a piece of metal. It becomes a witness to time. Collectors love that sense of history. Holding a rare penny feels like holding a tiny piece of the past that survived everything. The best part is that anyone can start the search. You don't need special tools. All you need is patience and a sharp eye. Start with the pennies you already have. Look for clues. Look at the date. Look at the lettering. Look at the mint mark. Look for doubling, texture differences, or unusual shapes. A regular penny is just a coin. A rare penny is an opportunity. Today, collectors around the world continue to search for rare Lincoln pennies. Auctions list surprising results. Market values shift and rise. A penny that someone once ignored on the ground could be the penny another collector dreams of owning. Money, metal, rarity, history, excitement, and the thrill of the hunt all come together in one tiny coin. Keep watching coins for more discoveries, more hidden treasures, and more stories behind rare pennies that might be sitting right in front of you. And before you leave, check your pockets. Check your old boxes. Check every coin you have. The next rare penny worth unbelievable value could be waiting for you to find it. Today we will explore how certain rare Lincoln pennies, including the 1989 penny, have shocked collectors by reaching massive current market values. Some have sold in auctions for hundreds of thousands of dollars, even touching values like $787.97644 depending on condition, rarity, and errors. Every collector knows that Lincoln pennies hold a special place in American numismatic history, but many people don't know the deep stories behind these coins, the journey from the mint to collectors' hands, and how tiny minting mistakes turned ordinary coins into fortune-making treasures. Let's begin by going back in time. The Lincoln penny first appeared in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, a leader remembered for courage, unity, and changing the nation forever. This coin became the first United States circulating coin to feature a real historical figure, and from that moment on, it became a part of almost every American's daily life. Over the decades, millions and millions of Lincoln cents were minted, but only a small number of them turned into rare gems due to unusual errors, special varieties, low mintages, and unique metal compositions. Collectors from around the world are always searching for rare pennies because these small coins have something that no other coin has. They carry history, mystery, and potential wealth in one tiny circle of metal. When we talk about pennies worth huge amounts, the first thing to understand is that rarity is the king. A penny becomes valuable when it has an unexpected feature, a minting mistake, a doubled design, an off-center strike, a wrong planchet, or even a special finish. And here is the exciting part, these rare coins still appear in pocket change today, after hiding for decades. Now let's talk about one of the most interesting years, the 1989 Lincoln penny. While most 1989 pennies are common, there are special era varieties that collectors chase like treasure hunters searching for gold. A flawless high-grade 1989 penny in the top condition has shocked the market by reaching hundreds and thousands of dollars in auction when professionally graded by experts. Some rare errors like double die, off-metal strikes, and wrong planchet pieces can push the value even higher. Imagine a coin made for just 1 cent suddenly selling for an amount close to $787.97644 or even more. This is the magic of the numismatic world. Collectors love the 1989 penny because it sits at the end of an important decade for minting. During this time, the transition from copper to copper-plated zinc had already taken place, and the mint was adjusting machinery, dies, and metal flow. As a result, mistakes happened, and collectors today celebrate those mistakes as rare treasures. Some 1989 pennies were struck with misaligned dies, some with broad strikes, some with clipped planchets, and others with doubling that transformed regular coins into collectibles worth real money. Whenever a coin has an unexpected feature, its value jumps because rarity creates excitement in the collector community, but rare pennies do not stop with 1989. There are Lincoln pennies from many years that can turn anyone into a lucky finder. For example, the 1909 SVDB, one of the most famous pennies in the world. It has sold for more than $100,000 in top condition. Then we have the 1943 copper penny, a true legend, because almost all 1943 cents were made from steel, but a few copper pieces accidentally slipped through the mint. These tiny mistakes created coins that today are worth more than a new sports car. Collectors dream about finding one. Another fascinating example is the 1955 double die penny. When you look at it closely, the letters and numbers look doubled, giving the coin a dramatic striking appearance. People who find one of these are holding not just a coin but a piece of minting history worth thousands of dollars. The value of this coin continues to rise every year because collectors love dramatic visual errors. Even more shocking are modern pennies that became rare. Pennies from the 1970s, 1980s, and 1990s with special errors have been selling for unbelievable amounts. Some ordinary-looking cents turned out to have hidden mistakes discovered only under magnification. Some were struck on dime planchets, making them thinner and lighter. Some contain invisible die cracks that collectors pay premium prices for. That's why checking every penny you have is important. You may be holding treasure without realizing it. Let's return to the 1989 penny and its current market trends. As of today, professionally graded high-end coins in top mint condition can reach high prices, depending on demand and rarity. Some of the rarest era varieties have reached values like $787.97644 or higher. The market moves with collector interest, auction results, and the availability of rare examples. A single newly discovered error can suddenly create excitement and raise the value overnight. The history of Lincoln pennies teaches us that even a coin made for the smallest denomination can carry the biggest surprises. People have found rare pennies in old jars, in banks, in pocket change, in family coin collections, and even on the floor. There is no limit to where treasure can appear. This is why coin collecting is not just a hobby, it is an adventure, a journey filled with stories, history, surprises, and sometimes life-changing discoveries. And the Coins channel is here to guide you through that journey. If you truly want to find rare pennies, start by examining every coin closely. Look at the date, check the mint mark, inspect the coin under bright light, and if possible, use a magnifying glass. Pay attention to unusual features like doubling, cracks, extra metal, misalignment, missing details, or unusual thickness. Any of these details can transform a regular penny into a valuable collectible. When in doubt, consult professional graders or numismatic experts. Many rare coins were discovered by ordinary people simply paying attention. The world of rare Lincoln pennies will continue to grow because collectors love them, and new discoveries never stop. Whether it is a 1909 treasure, a mid-century minting mistake, or a modern error like the 1989 varieties, every coin has a story. And some stories are worth a lot of money. The fact that a penny can be worth hundreds, thousands, or even more than $787.97644 makes this hobby one of the most exciting in the world. Thank you for joining us today on the Coins channel. Stay curious, stay excited, and always check your pocket change. Your next big discovery might be just 1 penny away. Today's journey brings us into the thrilling world of the rare Lincoln penny, especially the mysterious 1990D coin that collectors are hunting like gold. This is not just a story of copper and design, this is the story of how a tiny coin that most people ignore can sometimes explode in value and surprise the entire coin market. Imagine holding a penny minted in 1990, something that millions of Americans used casually for gum, snacks, vending machines, or dropped under car seats, without ever realizing that a few special pieces from that same year were destined to become almost priceless treasures. The Lincoln penny has always been a part of history, carrying the face of Abraham Lincoln with pride, but the 1990D has become a legend because of rare errors, limited surviving quantities, special strikes, and collector demand hitting levels nobody expected. This coin teaches us a powerful message: the smallest details can create the biggest value. Now picture someone in their home discovering an old jar full of pennies, pouring them out on the table, and suddenly noticing something unusual. A tiny mint mark, a strange shine, a rare die condition, a special strike difference, and before they know it, they are looking at a coin worth more money than they ever imagined. The 1990D penny has shocked collectors multiple times because special rare versions have reached market values that go beyond logic. We are talking about sales in the tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, and a few extremely rare pennies rising toward unbelievable numbers like $787,976.43 in estimated high-end private collector value. When the condition is absolutely flawless, the rarity is confirmed, and bidding competition is insane. The history behind the Lincoln penny begins way back in 1909 when the United States Mint introduced the design to honor Lincoln's 100th birthday. Since then, the coin has survived world wars, economic crashes, technology revolutions, and changes in metal composition. But every decade carries its own mysteries. The 1990D penny came during a time of high production, modern minting, improved machinery, and yet, even with all of that, rare mistakes still happened. A few pieces slipped through the system with unexpected errors like missing mint marks on certain proof issues, misstruck features, off-center strikes, die cracks, planchet flaws, and high-grade uncirculated conditions that almost never survive circulation. These special survivors are the ones that transform into money-making treasures. Collectors today are more active than ever. The coin market has exploded online, and rare pennies like the 1990D are tracked closely by investors, collectors, and auctions. When a perfect gem-quality coin appears, grading companies give it extremely high grades like MS68 or MS69, and when that happens the value skyrockets because only a tiny handful in the world reach that level. That rarity creates a bidding war. Buyers from across the country compete for ownership, and suddenly the price climbs to shocking heights. That's how a simple penny becomes a luxury collectible. Now imagine you finding one. It could be hiding in an old drawer, an old piggy bank, a forgotten cash box, a collection inherited from a family member, or a bunch of coins you bought from a flea market or local vendor for just a few rupees or dollars. This is the magic of coin collecting. Small discoveries can turn into big opportunities. The current market for the 1990D penny changes with condition. Circulated examples are common and usually worth face value. But when you step into the world of uncirculated, red-toned, lustrous pieces, the value jumps. And then enters the elite category, the rare errors, the special strikes, the highest grade slabs from certified grading companies. These coins take the value from a few dollars into hundreds, thousands, and in the rarest cases, massive amounts going into the hundreds of thousands of dollars. Some collectors estimate that the finest known examples, preserved in perfect condition since production, could reach values in the range of $787,976 and beyond at future auctions if demand continues to rise. This is why every collector, every beginner, and every coin lover should start checking their pennies carefully. A simple magnifying glass can change everything. Look for details. Look for mint mark differences. Look for unusual features. The 1990D penny teaches us that treasure is not always buried deep underground. Sometimes, treasure is already in your hands, you just need to recognize it. So if you ever find a shiny old penny from 1990 with a D mint mark, keep it safe. Clean your hands, not the coin, because cleaning destroys value. Store it properly. Consider getting it graded. You never know when the next big sale will happen, when the next record will be broken, or when your small copper-colored coin could become the center of attention in the coin collecting world. The beauty of Lincoln pennies is that they connect generations. People from around the world study them, collect them, trade them, and share stories about the incredible finds that changed their lives. And today, you have entered that world. A world where history meets passion, where tiny coins create massive value, and where every collector has a chance to discover the next big treasure. This is Coins, reminding you that fortune doesn't always come in gold bars or treasure chests. Sometimes, fortune is found in the smallest details of a simple penny. Keep searching, keep learning, and keep believing that your next coin could be worth a life-changing amount. Today we are talking about one of the most surprising and rare Lincoln penny coins that has shocked collectors, stunned auction houses, and created massive waves in the coin market. Yes, we are diving deep into a rare Lincoln penny that most people walk past daily without even noticing its potential. A coin that looks so simple, so ordinary, yet its hidden errors and unique history make it worth thousands of dollars. In today's video we will explore the story, the journey, the striking mistakes, and the current market value of a Lincoln penny from the late 90s that collectors are desperately searching for. People often ignore pocket change, but some coins quietly rise in value, and when collectors discover their rarity, the price skyrockets. Today we talk about one such coin from 1997, a year that produced millions of pennies, but only a handful of rare varieties that are now incredibly valuable. Imagine holding a coin that was minted for less than 1 cent but now has the power to sell for hundreds of thousands of dollars depending on its condition. A coin that looks like every other copper-colored penny, but its error turns it into a treasure. Many collectors call it the sleeper penny of the 1990s because most people don't even know that such a rare and unique coin exists. Yet, today it has reached unbelievable values, with some rare examples touching figures so high that even professional collectors get shocked. One shocking valuation connected to rare 1990s pennies has even been discussed, with numbers as wild as $787,976.42. Values like this create tremendous hype in the collector world and inspire people to look deeper into their coin jars, drawers, and pockets. Let's take a step back and understand the history behind this coin. The Lincoln penny itself is one of the longest-running coin series in United States history. It began in 1909 to honor Abraham Lincoln, marking 100 years since his birth. Over time the design changed, the metal composition changed, the minting technology changed, but the coin remained the same symbol of everyday transactions. By the time the 1990s arrived, the penny had already seen several generations of collectors, and yet the mint still produced millions every single year. Among these millions, errors occasionally slipped through. Most were minor and unnoticed, but some were extraordinary. In 1997 a few extremely rare error pennies were hit with double dies, off-center strikes, misaligned dies, wide AM varieties, and other unexpected mistakes that turned basic coins into rare collectibles. Collectors love these errors because they tell the story of how the coin was made, how a tiny moment at the mint turned a regular penny into something extraordinary. For example, the double die errors from the 90s are highly prized because they show clear doubling on the date, the lettering, and sometimes even on Lincoln's profile. These errors occur when the die accidentally imprints the design twice at slightly different angles. The result is a coin that looks normal to untrained eyes, but to collectors it is a masterpiece of minting history. Many such coins from 1997 are now in high demand due to the rarity of the doubling and the overall condition of the few that survived. Another reason the 1997 penny has become so popular is the sudden jump in its auction records. In recent years, coin markets have exploded as more people enter collecting and old collectors return with new enthusiasm. This has driven prices for rare pennies higher than ever before. When a rare coin appears at auction, everyone is watching, and bidding wars often break out. Recently, some rare Lincoln pennies from the late 90s have shocked collectors by hitting extreme price points. This increasing demand has pushed collectors to search for even more rare varieties. As a result, coins once considered ordinary, like the 1997 penny, suddenly become the center of attention. The value depends highly on condition. A coin found in your pocket may sell for only a small premium, but a coin preserved in mint state condition can sell for thousands. If the coin carries a dramatic error, like a major double die or off-center strike, it might reach tens of thousands. And when a rare specimen appears in top grading, collectors pay anything to secure it. This is where we see numbers climbing into jaw-dropping ranges and unbelievable valuations being recorded. That's why every collector today is advised to examine pennies carefully, especially 1990s pennies, because the right variety can change your entire day or even your financial situation. Understanding the current market value is also essential. Right now, demand for rare Lincoln pennies is extremely high. Collectors are focusing not only on century-old coins but also on modern and semi-modern pieces. This new wave of interest pushes the value upward, making rare 1997 pennies even more desirable. Coins that were once forgotten in drawers are now surfacing with amazing grades, and expert appraisers are shocked by their prices. Some rare examples have been recorded selling for hundreds of thousands depending on variety, error, and grade. That is why coin lovers and treasure hunters all over the world are paying more attention to their old penny collections. This fascination with rare pennies is not just about money. It's about discovery, history, and the thrill of uncovering something hidden in plain sight. Every rare coin tells a story of the minting process, the mistakes, the craftsmanship, and the journey through decades. Imagine a tiny penny traveling from hand to hand, surviving time, surviving circulation, and one day landing in the hands of someone who realizes its true worth. That moment is magical. It transforms everyday change into a priceless artifact. The 1997 penny has a charm of its own. It represents the transition era of minting. It exists in a time before digital precision took over completely, yet after decades of manual craftsmanship. This is why errors from this period are so prized. They represent a rare intersection of old and new minting technologies. When collectors find a coin from this period with an impressive error, they value it not only for rarity but also for its historical context. Today, the market for rare pennies continues to grow. People around the world are becoming curious about what lies in their pockets. Even young collectors are entering the hobby and discovering the excitement of finding rare coins. The 1997 penny has become a symbol of this new excitement because its value range is completely unpredictable. A regular one may be worth only cents, but a rare error version can be worth more than luxury cars or even a small house. Such dramatic differences make the hunt even more thrilling. So, as we wrap up this long deep dive into the fascinating world of rare Lincoln pennies, especially the mysterious and highly valuable examples from 1997, remember one thing. You never know what treasure is hiding right in your hands. Always check your coins carefully, look at the date, observe the letters, inspect for doubling, rotation, off-center strikes, unusual spacing, or anything unusual. What seems like a normal penny could be a jackpot waiting to be discovered. This is the beauty of coin collecting. It turns ordinary moments into extraordinary discoveries. Thank you for joining us on Coins, the channel that turns pocket change into real treasure. Keep watching, keep learning, and keep searching. Your next rare penny might be waiting for you right now. Today we are diving deep into the world of rare Lincoln penny coins, those tiny copper treasures that have shocked collectors, shaken the market, and turned ordinary pocket change into unbelievable fortune. If you love coins, history, treasure hunting, or simply the thrill of discovering something rare and valuable, then stay with me because this journey is going to take you through more than a century of American coinage and reveal secrets that most collectors still don't know. The Lincoln penny has been in circulation for generations, and millions of people have held these coins in their hands without realizing that inside their pockets was a hidden gem worth hundreds, thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. This is the magic of coin collecting. Something as small as a 1-cent coin can carry a value that makes collectors go wild. And today's market has become even more exciting because rare pennies, including some modern dates like those from 2016, are reaching higher prices than ever before. But before we move ahead, let's talk about why Lincoln pennies became so special. Introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, this coin instantly became iconic. From the wheat reverse to the memorial design and the shield design seen today, every era of the Lincoln penny tells a story of America's past. But what really makes certain pennies rare and extremely valuable is not the age alone. It's the minting errors, the low mintage, the unusual features, the condition, and sometimes a simple unexpected mistake at the mint that turns an ordinary coin into a miracle find. Collectors around the world search for pennies with double dies, off-center strikes, missing letters, repunched mint marks, wrong planchet errors, and other rare mishaps that the mint never intended to happen. And in today's coin market, these rare varieties have reached incredible values. Some Lincoln pennies that originally cost only 1 cent have sold for more than luxury cars and even more than houses, especially when found in clean, sharp, untouched mint condition. Now let's move to something that shocks many people. Most viewers think only old coins are valuable, but today even modern pennies, especially from the 2010s, are being sold for surprisingly high prices when they carry rare errors. The 2016 Lincoln Shield cent is one of those coins that has attracted a lot of attention. Collectors have reported unusual strikes, die cracks, rim errors, ghost doubling, plating blisters, and even off-planchet strikes in some 2016 cents. While not every 2016 penny is rare, the ones with unique minting issues and high-grade conditions have reached value ranges that many never expected. In today's market, rare 2016 Lincoln pennies with extreme errors have shown value jumps between hundreds of dollars to even more when certified by grading companies. Some collectors have valued extremely rare error examples at market values in the range of $787.97641 depending on condition, rarity, and demand. This shows that the world of modern coin errors is growing rapidly, and every collector knows that today's normal penny could become tomorrow's record-breaking sale, but the magic of Lincoln pennies does not stop here. The history of rare 1-cent coins is filled with shocking stories. There are coins like the 1955 double-die penny, a legend among collectors, known for its dramatic doubling that is visible to the naked eye and worth thousands today. There is the 1943 bronze Lincoln penny, a mistake caused during wartime production, which has sold for more than $200,000 at auctions. And then we have the 1909 SVDB penny, tiny yet powerful, carrying the initials of its designer and holding a value that continues to rise every single year because of its limited mintage and huge demand. Collectors love these coins not just for their value but for their stories. Every rare Lincoln penny is a piece of history. A small window into the past that tells us how coins were made, how mistakes happened, how America evolved, and how something so small can become so important. It is this connection between history, rarity, and value that makes the hobby so deeply satisfying. Every collector dreams of finding a rare coin in circulation, in an old jar, in an inherited box, or even in pocket change during an ordinary day. If you're watching this, maybe you too have a rare coin resting somewhere near you without you even knowing it. That's why channels like Coins exist. We explore, research, and reveal the secrets hidden in the smallest corners of coin collecting. The thrill of discovery is what keeps this journey alive. Today the coin market is stronger than ever. Collectors from all over the world are paying high premiums for coins in excellent condition, especially those certified by major grading companies. Whether it's a vintage wheat penny from 1914 or a modern shield penny from 2016, the demand for rare varieties continues to grow. Each year new records are set, new auctions shock the community, and new collectors join the hunt for hidden treasures. The real beauty of collecting coins lies in the fact that no one knows what will become rare tomorrow. A coin you ignore today could become one of the most valuable pieces in the future. This is why every serious collector checks coins carefully under magnification, studies varieties, and stays up to date with market trends. One tiny die crack or one slight doubling can change everything. So as we explore further into the fascinating world of Lincoln pennies, remember that every coin has potential. From the earliest wheat cents to the memorial years and even the modern shield cents like those from 2016, every single one carries mystery and opportunity. This is your chance to join the treasure hunt. Search your coins, check your collections, and stay connected with coins for more discoveries, more secrets, and more unbelievable stories from the world of rare currency. If you enjoyed this long and detailed journey into the rare Lincoln penny universe, make sure you subscribe to Coins, because here we turn simple cents into extraordinary stories that inspire collectors around the world.